If you grew up in the United States, you're probably familiar with at least a few American folklore characters, like Davy Crockett and Johnny Appleseed. But today, since we talk about trains on this channel, I wanted to talk about one in particular, a man named John Henry. John Henry was a railroad builder, and specifically a hammerman or a steel driver. Though John Henry's story is largely fictional, as with most folklore, there is a significant amount of truth behind it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. This is the story and the legend of John Henry. For those of you who don't know, the legend of John Henry goes a little something like this. He was an African-American former slave in post-Civil War America who got a job building the C&O Railroad as a steel driver, drilling holes in rock faces for explosives to be placed for blasting. He was reportedly one of the strongest men on the crew, being able to sink the drill with a single blow of his hammer. But one day, while drilling a tunnel, John Henry's boss decided to try and replace him with a steam drill. But John Henry wasn't having it. So he said to his boss, to quote one of the many songs, "If you bring that steam drill round, I'll beat it fair and honest." And so it was man versus machine. Who could drill faster? John Henry ultimately emerged victorious from the challenge after the steam drill broke down halfway through. However, his victory was short-lived, as afterwards he died of exhaustion. Most versions of the story end here. However, there are some that continue on saying that John Henry's wife, a woman named Polly Ann, took his job at the railroad and continued driving steel just like her husband did. And that's the story of John Henry, or at least the folklore version of it anyway. Though many for decades had believed John Henry's story to be nothing but a myth, one historian by the name of Scott Nelson actually found evidence that John Henry was a real person. However, naturally, the true story is a lot more boring. The real John Henry, according to Scott Nelson, was born in New Jersey in 1848 and was later convicted of theft in a Virginia court in 1866 at the age of 19 and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. During his sentence, John Henry, as well as others, were essentially rented to the C&O Railroad to help dig tunnels along a newly planned route. Though no version of the story ever specifies which tunnel, evidence would suggest that it was either the Big Bend Tunnel in West Virginia or the Lewis Tunnel in Virginia. Though Big Bend is the one officially recognized by the United States National Park Service, a case could be made either way. Additionally, John Henry also likely did not die of exhaustion. Historians believe it was more likely that he died of silicosis, which is a lung disease caused by breathing in too much dust, as he would have been working alongside of the steam drills rather than racing them. Prison records of John Henry stop after 1873, implying that that was likely around the time he died. Though many have suggested that his legend was meant to be representative of those who died of silicosis in various workplaces. Though the truth of John Henry's story is still largely shrouded in myth and speculation, that he made his mark on American folklore and culture, and forever will be remembered as the steel-driving man. And with that, thank you all for watching. I'm Tim the Train Guy, and bye for now.